As always, remember to only go as far as is comfortable for you in any of these poses. If at any time you feel like you've gone too far or you need to take it back a notch, feel free to do so. I'm going to try to show you variations of everything that we do. That way you can do that. All right, it's 3 o'clock. I'd like you to stand with your feet about hip distance apart and let your arms open out away from your body so they're almost in an A frame. You can close your eyes if you like, if you feel that confident in your balance today. Have a soft kiss of a bend in your knees. And try to press all 4 corners of your feet into the mat. If you are closing your eyes, just notice how you feel with your eyes closed. And if you're not, just let your gaze be soft. Take a moment and check in that you're not holding tension up in your shoulders, that you take them back and down. You're almost pressing your shoulder blades towards each other, but it's not a big effort to do so. Take a nice deep breath in, and when you're ready, just open your mouth and sigh it out. We'll do that 3 more times. Always try to pause in between the inhale and the exhale. This is our last one. If your eyes are closed, softly open them. Wiggle your fingers and try to raise your toes up off the mat. Just your toes, your heels and your arches, or if they can, are still staying connected to the earth and the ground. Spread your fingers wide. And then as you slowly take your toes back down, let your fingers relax. We'll do this again. On an inhale, you're going to spread your fingers out wide, raise your toes. And on your exhale, you're going to let them relax. 2 more times. Inhale. They spread wide, they raise up. And exhale. Everything just relaxes. 1 more time. All right, we're going to slowly inhale both arms up. And you're going to look up between your hands. And then you're going to exhale, swan dive halfway. Let your hands rest on top of your knees. Take 3 full breaths here. Slowly and gently come back up and do it again. Inhale up, look up, exhale, swan dive, forward fold, only halfway. Take 3 full breaths. Slowly come back upright. This will be the last time. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. This time take your hands to the back of your calves. Let your head hang down, and it's still only a half bend. Slowly and gently come back upright, keeping your arms beside you. We're going to take a minute and step up off our feet, pick them out. We've really been pressing them into the floor. All right, find your mountain pose, feet are hip distance apart. You're just going to take your right arm straight up by your right ear. And you're going to keep your left arm glued to the side of your body. Your fingers are stretched. And you're trying to keep the right shoulder from going up into the right ear. You're going to gently lean over towards the left. Slowly and gently come back upright. Let that right arm find its way back to the side. And now you're going to take your left arm up. Again, you're spreading the fingers and you're really trying to reach without taking that shoulder up to your ear. We'll take a breath in. And on the exhale, lean to the right. You can gently look up at that left bicep if you like, but just place your head and neck wherever it feels comfortable. Continue to breathe. Slowly come back upright. Bring the arm down by your side and then bring them both up in front in prayer hands. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to inhale, open the arms wide. On an exhale, we're going to forward fold and just sweep the hands down towards the floor, palms pressed together. And then you're going to inhale, come right back up to prayer hands. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up to the heart. Exhale, open wide. Got my breath turned around, it happens. Forward fold. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, we will rest here. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up to the heart. Exhale to rest. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up to the heart. Exhale, here. One more time. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up. And exhale to rest. All right, we're going to turn our feet out, away from facing forward, and we're just going to bend the knees and come back up. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you come back up. Inhale to come down, and you don't have to go very low. Exhale, come back up. One more time. The next time we do this, and if you'd like, you may do this in a chair. So you just sit in the chair and your legs are wide open, okay? Feet are pointing out. And we're going to come down into that bent knee position. We're going to take our arms out and we're just going to turn them up and down. Continue to breathe. Take any breaks that you need as needed. Make any adjustment that you need. Feel free to use the chair. We'll twist our hands up and down a few more times. 3, 2, and 1. From here, you're going to bring in your left elbow and rest that left forearm on the inside of that left thigh, and you're going to reach the right arm up. Come back to center, arms are just out. Do the same with the right arm. Into that right thigh, left arm is up overhead. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart. You're going to straighten your legs. Turn your feet forward. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, forward fold. This time, bring your fingertips to the floor or your palms, whichever you're able to. And I didn't do it today, but I'm going to throw my blanket out here. I meant to grab a block, but this is showing you that a blanket will work just as well. So both hands are on the floor. Bow your head. Let your forehead go towards the floor. You're going to place your left hand in the center and take your right arm up. Bring your right hand down to the center and take your left arm up. And you'll notice that one side of me is much better at this than the other. Come back to center. Bend your knees a little bit. Let the back of your palms rest on that blanket or that block. Fingertips are touching. You slowly rise up. Bringing the hands to your chest. Exhale them to the sky. Swan dive, forward fold. Arms go up to the ceiling. Bend the knees, swing the arms forward. You're in a deep-seated chair. Bring the arms back in, straighten the legs. The arms will go up. Airplane arms, flat back as you slowly rise. Inhale the hands up. Exhale them to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, both hands to the floor. Left hand to the center of the block or the blanket. Right arm goes up to the sky. And your gaze is to the right. Swing the right arm down. Take the left arm up. Slowly bring both hands back to the ground. Bend your knees a little. The back of your palms are resting on the floor. Your palms are face up. You slowly rise. Your knees are bent. Fingertips are touching. They come to chest level. Turn out and push up. Find an exhale as you swan dive, forward fold, arms go up behind you towards the ceiling. Bend the knees a lot, swing the arms forward. Bring the arms back, straighten the legs. Airplane arms, flat back as you slowly rise. Inhale to the top. Exhale all the way down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Left hand to center, right arm up. Sweep it down, switch. Bring the other one down, bend your knees. Palms facing your face as you slowly rise. Your knees stay bent until you get to your belly and your chest with your hands. Then you push up to the sky. Swan dive, forward fold. Bend the knees a lot. Sink the hips back and down. Swing the arms forward. Bring the arms in towards your body. Straighten the legs. Arms go up. Airplane arms, flat back. Slowly rise. Exhale your hands all the way down. All right, we're going to bring our feet in and take a couple of little marching steps because we have been planting our feet a lot. If you want, you can kind of kick them inward. All right, we're going to get a few more standing. We're going to do tree. And you can have your chair close by if you need it. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to turn mine sideways. I want you to shift the weight onto whichever foot is closest to your chair. I want the weight to be on that foot. That knee has got just a kiss of a bend in it. You're going to place the heel onto that standing leg's calf. Now, this knee that's bent, it does not need to be forward. It needs to be turned out as far as you comfortably can. Now for the whole pose, you don't have to lift this foot up off the floor unless you just want to. Continue to breathe. And if you're feeling brave, you can bring that foot onto the calf, but never to the inside of your knee. And if you fall out, just get right back in. This is balance. It's not easy, especially as we get older. All right, go ahead and come on out and kick your legs from side to side. And if you need to, move your chair to the opposite side. I myself am not going to do that. I'm just going to give myself enough space to do this. Again, you're going to put the weight into that opposite leg. Let the weight shift over. Place your heel on that standing leg's calf. Again, you don't want your knee to be forward or at an angle. You want it to be turned out if at all possible. Continue to breathe. And if you feel brave, you can sneak that foot up onto that calf. And if you fall out like I am right now, it's okay. I think I'm doing toe tapping the way it's going on this side. All right, slowly come out. Kick your feet out. All right, I'm going to turn this chair to face me. And I am not a fan of downward dog. I know a lot of people out there just absolutely love it. And with some of my health issues, I just can't be loving it that much. So I'm going to show y'all how to do downward dog with a chair today. You will face your chair. And let's see, let's go ahead and measure. So go ahead and put your hands either on the side of the chair or flat on the chair and walk your feet back until your arms are straight, okay? And this is one version of downward dog. Now, if you like, you can shift your weight and you'll almost be in plank. And then you shift back to downward dog. Shift your weight forward, not moving anything, till your hands are directly below your shoulders. And then shift back. Shift forward, and this time bring your left foot forward. Let your right foot go back, and you're going to let it go back at an angle. So your foot's angling, mine's angling out towards the wall. Now you can leave your hands on the chair. This is our lunge. And if you'd like, you can try to make it where it's your right foot is going the same direction as your left. And that gives you a totally different stretch. I'm going to turn my foot back out so I can come up onto this thigh if I like. Then I'm going to swing both arms forward. Now, if this is too much for you, come right back here. There's no shame in it. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to stay here. It just feels better. All right, you'll turn that back foot forward to step forward. And if you notice now, if I bend my elbows, we're in a forward fold. We're going to come halfway up. We're going to take the other foot back. Again, you can keep the feet going in the same direction, giving you a much different stretch for this lunge. Or you can turn the back foot out a little bit so that you can come up into this form. Or you can swing both arms up overhead. Okay, bring both hands back. Pivot on that back foot. Come back into your forward fold. Slowly come back up. And we are going to head down to the floor. And I want you to have your weights with you. That can be your canned goods. Now, you don't have to have them. They're not required, but if you'd like a little bit more of a workout, I like having them. So we're going to come down here into a comfortable seated position. You can sit on a blanket if you feel more comfortable on a blanket. You can also do this from a chair. We're going to take our weights and place them in our hands, and our hands are going to be resting out at our knees. We're going to take 3 full breaths here, and you may use the sign breath. All right. Bring your elbows in towards your body. Your forearms are parallel with the floor. You're going to inhale to bring the weights up towards your shoulders. Exhale to bring them back to starting. Do this with your own breath. Definitely don't count on mine, because as I talk, my breath gets all out of whack. And if yours gets out of whack, it's okay, because mine just did. As long as you're breathing in or out, whichever way your arms are going. And we're taking this nice and slow today, so you may really feel the burn of this later on. And if you do, I'm sorry, I didn't want you to feel it like that. But if you're not using weights, you still may feel it, because we're taking our time. We're being mindful. We're going to do this 2 more times. And this will be our last one. All right, you're going to just turn your arms to where your elbows are pointing out, and these weights are right in front of your chest, and you're sitting up nice and tall. And all you're going to do is you're going to open wide, and then you're going to bring them back together. You can inhale to open wide, exhale to come together. We'll do about 7 more of these. Just take your time. And again, if you're getting fatigued by using the weights, put them down by all means. Just remember, I'm only here as a guide. It's not written in stone. And I've lost count. So there's that. I'm going to say this is 4. And this is 3. And this is 2. And this is the last one for this set. All right. Bring your hands right beside your shoulders and just go up and come back down. And when you come down, you're going to turn your arms and your palms to face forward. When you go up, they go to face each other. When they come down, they face forward. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one of this one. All right, we're going to do some boxing. So you're just going to go out. You got a little twist to it. Eight, 9, 10. All right, come up to field goal arms, cactus arms if you will. Palms and forearms are facing the screen that you're watching, and you're going to inhale here. Exhale, bring them as close together as you can. This is 4, This is 6. And it's okay if your muscles shake. This is 8. And this last one is 10. And we will put the weights away. All right. Now we're going to go on to the strap. If you need to, you can switch the way that you're seated. And you're going to take the strap and you're going to take your arms out probably to where your fists are a little bit further out than where your knees are, okay? And you're just going to inhale the strap up overhead. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Do this with your own breath and only go to your range of motion. Your range of motion might be here, and that's okay. You go only as far as is comfortable for you. We'll do 2 more. This is our last one. Alright, we're going to keep using the strap. We're going to take it up overhead, and all we're going to do is lean to the left, keeping our arms the same distance. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go to the right. Inhale back to center and go to the opposite side. Inhale back to center. One more time this way. Come back upright. This time we're going to do a forward fold with our arms up over our head like this, until we've only gone as far as we can with our body. And then you're just going to let your arms rest on the floor, your hands actually, not your arms. And your arms are out wide, just like they were when they had the strap. Slowly and gently come back upright. And we're going to get a couple of twists. So inhale up. Turn to the right. Let your hands come down. So your left hand is on your right knee. Gently, without untwisting, look over the arm that is in front. Slowly and gently untwist, and take a moment and switch which leg is in front. Find where you're comfortable. You may need to lean forward and then sit right back up on your sit bones. Inhale up to a Y. Exhale, twist. to the left. This time your right hand is on your left knee. Slowly, without untwisting your body, take your gaze over your front shoulder. Slowly and gently untwist. I'm going to move the strap out of the way. I want you to extend one leg out. Let that leg relax. Let the other leg stay bent. And all you're going to do is you're going to flex the foot of this bent leg. And I want you just to raise the knee up off the floor and just see how high you go. Okay? And you may not go as high as me because I've done a little bit of yoga today and some walking, and I'm pretty limbered up right now. But in the morning, I'm usually not that high. So all you're going to do, you're going to gently twist towards that bent leg. You're going to take the opposite hand of that bent leg and place it just right, not on the inside of the knee, but just above it. And all you're going to do is you're going to raise that knee up, but you're going to apply pressure with your hand. So you're giving it resistance, okay? It's not a whole lot, maybe 2 pounds worth, if you can feel or figure that out. But you're raising the knee, but you're stopping it with that opposite hand. And then as you slowly lower the knee, you're still giving resistance with the hand. And just before you get relaxed, just release. Stop applying the pressure and the resistance. We'll do that again. You'll place the hand on top of that thigh. You'll gently raise that knee up off the floor. And you can keep that foot flexed or relaxed, whatever works for you. And it's just a little bit of pressure. And then as you slowly let the leg down, you're still applying pressure, you're still having the resistance, and then you just let everything relax. We'll do this one more time. Raise the knee up, apply the pressure with that hand, give it that resistance, and slowly, gently bring it back down to the ground. All right, you're going to face forward. So now that the same hand can go underneath that bent knee. And what you're going to do now, instead of bringing everything up, you're going to push that knee into the palm of that hand if you can. And you may have to lean over. If you've got short dinosaur arms, like me, you may have to lean over to get that hand up underneath that knee. But you're applying pressure, pushing that knee down. The hand is acting as resistance. And then you just let it relax. Let everything relax. Sit up normally. And now I want you to see how much higher you can get that knee, if you can. It doesn't always work on everyone, but I know for me it just did. All right, we're going to switch. We're going to get that on the other side. So now the other leg is out and it's relaxed, it's loose, it's not doing anything crazy. Again, you're going to turn towards that bent knee so that the opposite hand can apply the pressure, and this other hand is either on the floor or it's supported by a blanket. Again, if you have short arms like me, that might be what you're doing. You can flex this foot of the bent knee to protect the knee. And before we apply the pressure, let's raise this leg up and just see how high it can go. You can do that 1 or 2 times and just see how it feels. You're going to place the opposite hand just above the inside of that knee on that inside thigh. And you're going to raise the knee. You're going to apply pressure. You're going to slowly lower it back down, keeping the pressure. And you may have to go to your fingertips. And then once it's down, you just let it relax. Just let it all go. We'll do that again. You're applying the pressure as the knee comes up off the floor. Slowly lower it down, keeping the resistance up. And then release it. This is the third and final time. Applying the pressure, giving that resistance. Slowly lowering it back down. Then relax. Come forward. Or turn forward, I should say. Get the same hand under that same knee. And you may have to raise it up a little bit so you can actually feel yourself, giving yourself resistance from going down. And that's okay. Now you're going to press that knee towards the floor using your hand as resistance. And then let it relax. Now let's see how much higher we can go. If you can, that's great. Let me know in the comments later on that, maybe you did feel a difference. All right, now we're going to go with the soles of our feet touching. And we're going to work on this resistance again a little bit more. And your feet don't need to be all the way close to your body. They need to be a little bit away. Now, again, I've been doing this morning and the last couple of days, so I've had a little bit more practice, so I'm a lot looser. Some of y'all might be up here, and that's okay. And I'm going to come up here so you can better see. You're going to bring your elbows to the inside of your knees. And you're going to let your forearms come forward. You're going to have a nice long and tall spine. And you're going to use resistance. Both arms against both knees. You're pressing down with the arms, the forearms. And just before you start to lean all the way forward, go ahead and relax. All right? Then come back up. Again, you can even start this with your hands in prayer. And you add that resistance. You push with your elbows and your forearms. And you resist with your legs as much as you can. You'll come forward. Your spine is long and tall. And just before you feel a stretch, let everything relax. One more time. The third and final time. Again, you can start up high if you need to in order to get that elbow in, those forearms in. Or you can do like this. You're resisting, 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 and release. And now just let your hands come forward. Slowly and gently come back upright, and you're going to slide your feet a little closer to you. And for right now, we're just going to do butterfly, just like kids do in kindergarten. You're letting your knees go up and down, bouncing up and down. All right. Well, we're about to the part where we get onto our backs. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my butterfly. And I'm just going to lay a blanket out just halfway. That's where my upper body is going to be. And I want you to get onto your back the best way that you can. And once you do, let your knees be bent. And take a moment here. Kind of tuck your shoulders up underneath you, trying to get your shoulder blades to touch. That'll open up your chest a little bit more. All right, we're going to walk our feet towards each other. And we're going to bring both knees up. Try to get the knees above your hips. You can point and flex your feet. We're going to straighten the legs. And you're just going to scissor walk. A little bitty. It's a small movement. And with your legs straight up like this, it's still getting your core, but it's not as intense. Now, if you want more intense, lower your legs. If you want less intense, you can come back to knees bent and just bicycle. All right, you're going to bring the knees towards your chest. You're going to grab a hold of them. You're going to gently rock side to side. All right, knees above the hips, shins parallel with the floor. Take a breath here, in. On the exhale, drop both knees to one side. Take the top leg, kick it out straight, bend it back, and come back to center. Then go to the other side, kick the top leg out, bring it back, and come back to center. Continue to do this at your own pace, going whichever direction you chose to go first. But always, as your knees come to center and go to the other side, kick out that top leg. This is 8. This is 9. And this is 10. All right. Let one leg go down. Bring the other one up towards your chest. And just grab a hold of it. Doesn't matter which leg. You're going to extend the leg. Whoops, chair in my way. You're going to extend the leg that you don't have a hold of down the length of your mat. Gently rock this one back and forth or side to side. Just whatever feels good and natural. All right, bring the other leg in, grab a hold of it, and extend the other leg down. Again, you can rock it back and forth. You can rotate that ankle. All right. both feet onto the mat, knees are bent. We're going to get a rolling bridge. Normal bridge, your palms are face down, you press your feet into the floor and you just raise both hips up. And then you bring them back down. Rolling bridge, you press your feet into the floor. You raise one hip up first, then the other. Then you drop down the first one that you raised and then lower to the other side. Except we do this much slower. So your arms are out a little bit wider to give you more room. Press your feet into the floor. We're going to raise our right hip and kind of roll towards the left a little bit. And then when you've gone as far as you can, you're going to raise the left hip and bring them both up level. You're going to lean and drop the right hip towards the floor first. And then you're going to roll back onto the left. Now we're going to go the opposite way. You're going to roll up and raise your left hip first. And you lean towards the right as you do. Then you sweep and raise your right hip till you're in a bridge. Drop your left hip down and then roll back onto the right. All right, one more time, both knees to the chest. You cross at the ankles. Rock side to side. And for those of you that are familiar with Happy Baby, you can either grab the inside of your feet or the outside, like so. Or you can grab your big toes and gently rock side to side, getting a nice Happy Baby massage. And you can kick your feet just like real babies do. It feels good. And then I want you to find your most comfortable position. If you're watching the screen, I will be getting up. I don't want you to get up. I want you to find a comfortable position either on your back or if you're sitting in a chair, I want you to lean back in your chair. I want you to close your eyes. If you'd like, you can lay a hand over your heart and one over your abdomen. With your eyes closed, I want you to focus on filling yourself up. And I want you to imagine that you're like a glass. And we're pouring in good thoughts, happiness, joy, peace, whatever it is that you need. Maybe you need confidence. Maybe you need to feel more secure. But I want you to imagine that you are a glass and we're filling you up with each breath, with whatever it is that you need. And as you begin to fill up, it starts with your toes. big toe, your second toe, your third, your fourth, and your baby toe. From there, it fills up the tops of your feet and the bottom of your arches, the backs of your heel to your ankles. And as this fills you up, you can almost see it as if it's a liquid. And you can see it as you're filling it up, how the liquid moves from your ankles to your shins, to your calves, to your knees. Whatever it is that you need today is filling up inside of you. The tops of your thighs, your hips, your abdomen, your rib cage. Begins to fill up your heart. Chest. From your chest, it fills up your arms, spilling over from your shoulders to your biceps and triceps, your forearms, the palms of your hands and all of your fingers. Once both arms are filled, it begins to fill up your neck, your jaw, your chin, your cheeks. Fills up your ears and your eyes. Fills all the way up to the crown of your head. Slowly and gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, beginning to wake up the extremities of your body. Slowly bend one knee followed by the other, placing the soles of your feet onto the mat. From here, I want you to begin to stretch your upper body as if you're waking up for the first time today. Really make it all yours, all organic. It's just you, original. Never duplicated unless you're a twin, and even then. And once you're through stretching, I want you to gently scoot your hips over to one side and roll over onto the opposite. And when you do, just curl up onto your forearms. Use them as a pillow. I'd like you to take a breath here and sigh it out. Once again, inhale. Pause at the top and sigh it out. On your next natural inhale, slowly and gently begin to push yourself up to a seated, comfortable position, taking your time, letting your head and neck be last. Once you have found that comfortable seat, spread your arms out wide, crisscross them in front, and gently twist side to side. Making note which arm is on top. Open wide and crisscross again, letting the other arm be on top. And bring your hands down towards your knees. I want you to gently take your chin up and take it down. Take it up. Take it down. One more time. Up and down. Bring it to center. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale to your heart. Again. One last time. The light in me honors the light in each of you. I hope that you all have a wonderfully blessed day, and I hope that you enjoyed my class. I'll see you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock for easy like Sunday morning, but in the afternoon. And until then, peace out.